Hey there, it's Saralyn again. And since the last core workout I taught got a little chopped off and there was cats running in and out of the frame, I thought we'd do another core workout today. This one I will give you some new exercises so that you can either piggyback the two workouts onto one another or you can do them independently of one another. This is for the first 10 weeks of your pregnancy, ideally. So remember, first and foremost, talk to your doctor before you do anything. Make sure you get clearance to do all of the exercises I present today. Tell your doctor specifically the ways that you're lying down on the mat, the ways that you're moving, and make sure that it's okay to continue. Secondly, if you have any pain or discomfort, please stop immediately and reconsider. You'll want to talk to your doctor before you proceed. Make sure that what you're doing is safe, and if it's just discomfort from muscle pain, then they'll be able to help you identify that. If it's something more serious, of course, you will want to discontinue the workouts and do something else altogether. Okay, so let's get started by lying down. We're going to do a quick little warm-up, and then after that warm-up, I'll take you through some of the exercises that you've seen before, but some that are new, and we will get a nice abdominal workout in, okay? Remember that you might want to use a pillow or a cushion or a rolled up towel, something that is 1 to 3 inches in thickness, to put under your head at certain points or put under your pelvis at other points. Keep that nearby so that you can reach it at any time. Go ahead and lie down on your back. And we're going to start by inhaling and exhaling, so breathing. And it's a specific kind of breathing that I want you to work on, because I want you to really think about how the exhale helps you to engage your transverse abdominis and your pelvic floor muscles. So I'm going to have you bring your feet together today, and I want you to look down at your pelvis and make sure that your 2 hip bones and your pubic bone are level with one another. At this point, because you're early in the pregnancy, you should hopefully be able to still see those bones or feel them a little bit at least, and then we'll keep your pelvis neutral for this breathing exercise. So you're going to take your arms down by your side, turn your hands over to face the ceiling, roll the shoulders back. And I want you to take a deep inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, and try to bring the 2 sides of your body in towards the midline, pulling the abdominals in towards the spine. Inhale again. Exhale, feel the baby get closer to your spine as you tighten around your waist like a corset. Inhale again. Exhale through the mouth. One more time. Inhale. And exhale through the mouth. Now we're going to breathe like that 3 more times. And on these 3 inhales and exhales, I want you to focus on the pelvic floor muscles, so doing a Kegel contraction. And if you need more assistance in learning what a Kegel contraction is, then check the other section of my blog where I'm going to show you specifically kind of a way you can think about doing a Kegel that will help you. So inhale again from here. Exhale, tighten the pelvic floor. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Feel the baby moving in towards your belly. Inhale again. Exhale. One more inhale, deep. Exhale. Now try to breathe like that as best as you can throughout the entire workout today. You're going to continue your inhale through your nose with a neutral pelvis. This time on your exhale, we're going to go into a tail curl, curling the tailbone up, the hip bones back, slight posterior tilt in the pelvis, and engaging the abdominals to bring the hips and ribs closer together. So here we go, starting from neutral, inhale. Exhale, curling the tailbone. Inhale, back to neutral. Exhale. Inhale to neutral. Exhale, knit the ribs. Inhale, neutral. Be careful that you don't do this from your glutes. Exhale to curl the tailbone by using your abdominal muscles. It's more of a pull up than it is a push back. Inhale again. Exhale, pull up through the belly. One more, inhale. And exhale. Now there were days in the beginning of my pregnancy where I was so incredibly exhausted that I really couldn't muster much energy or strength to do a huge workout. And so what I would do instead was just get on the floor, do these breathing exercises, do the abdominal contractions, do the Kegel contractions, and then do some pelvic tilts and also some leg lifts, which we'll do next. And those things in and of themselves at least made me feel like I was getting a little bit of movement, a little bit of exercise, and doing something good for my body, getting the blood circulating on days when I felt like I couldn't move. So keep that in mind. You can always break down this workout into something that's manageable for you on the day that you need it. Don't feel like you have to do the entire workout from point A to point B every time, okay? So let's do some leg lifts. So starting from neutral, inhale. Exhale, curl the tailbone. Inhale, I want you to lift your right leg to tabletop. Exhale, let's lift the left leg to tabletop. Inhale to hold both here and lower one at a time on your exhale. Inhale, go back to neutral. We're going to try that again. Now, if you start to feel some neck and shoulder tension, that's where you take the pillow or the cushion or the towel in this case and place it behind your head. So again, exhale, curling the tailbone. Inhale, lifting one leg, maintaining that pelvic tilt, and then lifting the left leg. Inhale to hold. Exhale to lower both legs one at a time. Inhale, back to neutral. Let's do two more. Exhale, pull the belly button in. Baby pulls into the spine. Inhale, lift one leg. Exhale, lift the other leg. Holding tabletop should be a good exercise for you too. Inhale to hold. Exhale, lower down one leg at a time and go back to neutral, and we'll do it one more time. Try to keep the shoulders open. Activate the muscles behind your shoulder blades to keep them really strong in that position, and curl the tailbone on an exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, down one leg at a time, and then go back to your neutral position. We're going to lift the tabletop one more time and go into our toe taps. So inhale again from here. Exhale, curling the tailbone. Inhale, lift one leg. Exhale, lift the other leg. Inhale to hold. Exhale, touch your right leg down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left. And lift. And right. Now, as you get stronger, you should hopefully feel like your abdominals are able to hold that pelvic tilt and spinal alignment against the weight of the legs. But what's a little different for us pregnant folk is that as we get bigger, our bodies are going to change and our muscle control is going to change. So therefore, if there are certain days where you feel like it might be a little easier for you to curl up and do this exercise here, that's fine. Just be careful that you don't overdo it. Make sure that you're not letting your leg go so low that it rocks your pelvis forward. So again, you can always go halfway down as a modification. Okay, let's do 4 more on each leg. Exhale, 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 and exhale. 2 more. Notice that the movement's happening at the hip. I'm not really bending my knee any more than it starts. 1 more. Last time. Let's give the knees a hug. Pull them into your chest. Give a little compression in that hip joint. And then from here, we're going to take the legs out nice and long and reach the arms overhead. I'm going to take the cushion out and we're going into the roll up from here. So again, this is the first 10 weeks of your pregnancy. Hopefully you still feel like you have a little bit of movement in your spine. We want to keep your spine as supple and mobile as possible in the beginning of the pregnancy so that you're able to better support the weight of the baby as you get bigger. Because there will be a point in time when you won't be able to do this exercise anymore for several reasons. Number one, after 20 weeks, you don't want to be lying on your back anymore. Unless it might even be sooner for you, depending on what your doctor tells you. And secondly, there's going to be a baby in the way. So it's going to be obviously a lot harder to get up off the mat, near impossible actually. So we'll take the arms overhead and we'll enjoy this exercise while we can. Inhale to take the arms forward. And as you exhale, start to peel the head off the mat, look at your feet. Let's come halfway up today and hold here, breathing in. And then exhale to lower yourself down 1 vertebrae at a time, just like you came up. Try that again. So you inhale, arms come forward, nod the chin, curling the head, neck, and shoulders off the mat, pulling the belly in and back, and roll back down. We'll do one more there. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hold. Exhale, release. Let's take it all the way up off the mat. Inhale again, arms come forward, nod the chin. Exhale, start to pull the belly button in and back, rounding through the spine. Round all the way over the legs. Now, if this is first thing in the morning, you might be a little tight like I am today. So bend your knees, let your hamstrings stretch a bit on the first view. Inhale, start to roll back down. If you start to get stuck on the way up, feel free to bend your knees earlier. Put your hands behind your thighs and help yourself up. Round forward. Inhale, rolling back, shoulders back. Exhale, down. Two more there. Inhale. Try to feel your spine. Be aware of it. Each vertebrae peeling off the mat, one vertebrae at a time. And then as you roll down, I want you to feel your tailbone curling under first. Feel the bottom of your spine kiss the mat before you get your mid-back or upper back on the floor. Last one, inhale. Exhale, rolling up, belly button into the spine. Pull your belly in as you round forward. Imagine that you're stretching up over your baby. And then inhale and exhale all the way down. Now, for those of you who want to make that a bigger challenge, let's try it with the hands behind the head, separating the feet. This is called neck pull. Now, with neck pull, I don't actually want you to pull on your neck. It's just the name. So I want you to think instead about lengthening your neck and pushing almost gently your head into your hands. So it's an inhale again. First of all, before we start, let's pull the elbows forward a little bit, activate the serratus anterior so you're cupping your shoulder blades up against your back. Inhale again. Exhale. Rounding all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen. Think about the back of your head reaching long into the palm of your hand. Curl your tailbone. Roll it all the way down, caressing those feet into the mat. Inhale again. Exhale as you roll up. Round over the legs. Inhale, lengthening up to neutral spine. Sit as tall as you can. Exhale, curl the tailbone, roll your way back, looking straight ahead. Try two more there. Inhale. Hopefully your spine feels nice and mobile at this point. Rounding forward. You probably have a nice stretch in the hamstrings now. Feeling like you're loosening up a bit. Inhale. Exhale, curling down. As you curl down, keep that cupping feeling of the shoulder blades up against the back. We'll do it one more time. Inhale. Exhale, all the way up, round forward. Inhale, lengthening tall. Exhale, flex the feet. Energy out through the heels as you roll all the way down. And let's take a stretch really quickly. Bring your right leg in, bending the knee. And then I want you to reach that right leg straight up to the ceiling. Get a nice long stretch for your hamstring. This is going to prepare us for the next exercise. And then from here, I want you to take that leg out to the side. Nice long stretch through the inner thigh and the hamstring here too. Bend your knee, place that leg back on the ground and switch legs. Knee comes into the chest first on the left, and then straighten the leg up. Flex the foot here if you want a little more stretch for your calf. Take the leg out to the side. Feel an inner thigh stretch. Now while we're in the stretch, I want you to notice something. Notice when your leg goes out to the side, it wants to pull your pelvis this way, right? So the next exercise we're doing is one leg circle. And the goal of this exercise is to maintain stability throughout your hips, torso, and spine as your leg is circling. So what I want you to really think about as your right leg, we're going to start with the right leg, as it goes out to the side, engage your left obliques and the muscles on the left side of your body to help keep that left hip grounded. Keep it anchored so it doesn't get pulled to the right with the leg. All right, so take your left leg long on the mat. You can always modify this exercise by keeping this leg bent. Pull the right leg in, Inhale, straighten the leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring your arms down by your side. Pull the belly button in. Try to maintain a neutral pelvis to start. Inhale, cross the leg over the body. Exhale, circle around and up, and your circle only goes as big as you can maintain that stability in the pelvis. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And let's pause here. Now, I want to give you some modifications because for a lot of people, this is a very uncomfortable exercise. So, you can start with your leg a little lower. This is a great modification for somebody who has tight hamstrings. You can also do it with your leg bent. But if you do this with your leg bent, make sure it's not just your foot that's circling, but the entire leg. So you want the movement to come from your hip. All right? Let's try it to the other direction. So leg is up. Inhale out. Exhale around and up. Inhale and exhale. Try to find the Kegel contraction, the transverse abdominis contraction as you're circling and breathing out. 2 more. 1 more. Bend your knee. Slide the leg back out. Pull the knee in. Take your left leg up. Inhale. Exhale, arms down by your side. You may always turn your arms open to keep the chest open. Inhale across the body. Exhale up. Inhale and exhale. You might notice one side's a lot different than the other. For me, this side is always harder. I always feel like I have to readjust my hips. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Switching sides. Inhale. Actually, directions, I should say. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. Good. And bend your knee. Now, as you get more comfortable with that exercise, try it with your arms in the air so you have even less stability coming from your arms. All right, let's go into a nice, easy ab prep. Hands are behind the head. You're going to inhale, exhale, curl the head and shoulders up. Inhale to hold, exhale to lower. Inhale, exhale up, breathe in, and exhale down. Inhale, exhale, curl, inhale, and exhale down. Again, I want you to think about curling up over the baby so that instead of pushing down into the back of the ribs, you're actually really thinking more about curling off the mat than you are folding into it. Inhale, exhale, breathe in, and down. 2 more. Last time. And come all the way back down. Now, we're going to do that with the arms down by the sides of our body. And at the same time, I want you to also lift your legs to tabletop, and we'll do a set here. So, first and foremost, anytime you lift your legs, you're first going to tilt the pelvis. Lift one leg, lift the other, squeezing the inner thighs. Inhale, exhale, curling up. Inhale, hold, exhale, lower. Inhale again, exhale, lift. Breathe in, exhale, lower. Inhale, exhale, up. Breathe in, exhale, down. 1 more time. Inhale, exhale, lift. Breathe in and lower. Hug the knees into your chest. You can try and take a small twist here if it feels comfortable to you. Please be very careful as you move into the twist. And if it starts to feel at all like it's too much on the belly, then back off. Coming back up 1 leg at a time. 1 leg at a time to the other side. Next, we're going to go into some modified exercises from the stomach series. So we're going to do single leg stretch first. You're going to start with your legs in tabletop, which of course means your pelvis is tilted. We're going to start with the hands on the knees, and I want you to inhale to bring the chin down. Now notice that I haven't lifted my head off the mat. I'm simply nodding the chin. Exhale, curl the head and shoulders off the mat. Breathe in to hold. Exhale, pull the right leg in, straighten the left, and switch. Exhale, exhale, exhale. As your legs go out, your pelvis stays tilted. You're trying to pull the baby into the spine. And then if you'd like to make this more challenging, stop with the leg right over the hip so that it's a little harder to maintain that pelvic tilt. Outside arm goes to the ankle, inside hand goes across to the knee. Shoulders are down, ears are reaching up and back behind you, neck is long. 2 more. Last set. Bend both knees in, lower your head. Good, from here, hug the knees, turn your head to one side. Try to get your ear on the mat. And then switch and go to the other side. Come back to center. Next we'll work on scissors. Now scissors, the legs can get a little out of control sometimes. I want you to make sure that you're controlling the momentum and movement of your legs from your belly. Make sure you have your Kegel contraction on the whole time. Pull the transverse abdominis in. Feel the baby pulling into your belly. Keep your breathing going. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And keep the movement small enough that you can maintain control, okay? So legs move up, nice and straight. Or a little bent if it's more comfortable for you. Inhale, nod the chin. Exhale, curl head and shoulders off the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, separate the legs and pull the top leg in and pulse twice. Switch. Try not to let momentum take over. Be very careful with how low that bottom leg goes. You might only split them this much. That's okay. Keep listening to your body, making sure you're paying attention to any clues that tell you that something is not quite right. Last one. Both legs come up, bend the knees, lower the head. Excellent job. Now I want you to go ahead and sit up. You can either roll to your side and push yourself up, or you can do a little rocking motion to get up, whatever's comfortable to you. We're gonna sit nice and tall, and we're gonna do an easy spine twist from here. I want you to separate your legs for this today, because I want you to really think about lengthening up. If you need to, sit on the towel or something that gives you a little bit more height so that you can free up your hip flexors and therefore your lower back, and your spine will move a little easier. So let's go ahead and sit on this. All right. Legs out in front of you, growing tall. Before you do anything, I want you to take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, pull up and in through the low belly. Bring the hands up in front of your chest. Inhale again. Exhale as you twist to your left. 1, 2, 3. Inhale back to center. Twisting right. 1, 2, 3. Try to keep the twist consistent in your neck and shoulders too, or upper spine. 2, 3. And try not to force it. Exhale. 1. Nice easy twist. 2, 3. Inhale, center. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. And if you feel any pain, stop. Please don't do this exercise after the first 10 weeks. Only the first 10 weeks, okay? 1, 2, 3. Inhale, center. Last time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, coming back to center. Rest the arms on the thighs. Let's do the spine stretch forward. Inhale again. Exhale, growing tall, pulling the baby away from your thighs. Kegel contraction. Inhale, lengthen through the neck as you draw the chin down. Exhale, start to round forward, 1 vertebrae at a time. Keep the shoulders back. Think about bending up and over the baby. When you get as far as you can, inhale at the bottom, exhale, roll back up. Now, what I want you to think about in this exercise is, number 1, trying not to relax into it. So you're not slouching forward. It's not a relaxed position. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I want you to think about lifting up to bend forward. It's as if you're trying to lengthen and stretch your spine like elastic and bend it up over the baby like a candy cane. Okay, so I want you to think about getting taller as you bend. Resist gravity. Let's try that again. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, get taller as you round your spine. Think about lifting up through the lower back as you round all the way forward, keeping the shoulders back. You should feel a nice stretch in your back. Inhale from here. Exhale, rolling back up. Now let me show you the difference between that and doing it incorrectly so you can recognize it in your own body. So doing it wrong would look like this. Inhale. Exhale. Do you see how everything's starting to compress and collapse? That's not what we want. Instead, I want you to think about keeping all of this really lifted and long. Try it one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Get taller in the waist. Get longer in the waist. Round forward slowly. Feel the stretch up the sides of your back. Inhale. Exhale. Roll it all the way up. One vertebrae at a time. Now to intensify that, you can do this with your arms out in front of you. Let's try 2. Inhale. First of all, let's do one thing with the arms. I like to turn the hands again because I think it helps open the shoulders. The other thing is I like the feeling of really rolling and pulling the elbow in towards the ribs. So you get a little bit more work here for the serratus. I want you to keep this muscle turned on. So inhale from here. Reach the pinky fingers forward as you round forward. Exhale. Rounding all the way. Nice long spine. Inhale. Exhale, coming all the way up. Let's try that again. Inhale, sitting tall. Exhale, pull the belly in. Rounding forward, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Use your abdominal muscles to make the motion happen. Inhale. Exhale. Round forward. Try not to drop your head below your arms. Inhale. Exhale, roll it up. Arms come down by your side. Beautiful. Okay, let's just do a couple more. Take the cushion out, and we're going to place the hands behind your back. We're going to do an exercise called, well, the beginning of leg pull. It's really just a reverse plank. I want you to sit nice and long with your legs out in front of you and your hands facing forward. We're going to have a tiny little slight bend in the knee. In fact, one thing you can do is take this towel, roll it up, place it under your knees like a bolster. That will help you remember how to keep your legs. Because when you get up to the top, I don't want you to lock out your knees. So what you're going to do instead is inhale from here, really tighten through the shoulders. And as you exhale, I want you to push down into your heels as you curl your tailbone up at the same time, lifting to a reverse plank. Inhale to hold. Try to see if you can get your toes to touch the mat. Exhale to come all the way back down. Let's try that again. Inhale. Exhale, shoulders together. Curl the tailbone. Heels dig down. Inhale to hold. Open the chest. Exhale to lower. Let's do that 2 more times. This is a great exercise for you to do throughout your pregnancy if you feel comfortable with your balance. Inhale. Exhale. Engage through the inner thighs. Engage the pelvic floor. Pull the shoulder blades together. Keep the bum working. Come back down. We're going to do it one more time. Inhale again. Exhale, curl the tailbone. Press down into the arms. Inhale. Keep the chin a little tucked so your head is not back. Come all the way down. Great job. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to have you lie on your side. Lie all the way down. Make one long line from hand to foot. Now from here, before we get into position, I want you to inhale. Exhale, sliding your shoulder down on the bottom side. Make sure that you have a tiny little window of space in your waist. Your feet should be equal to one another. If one leg appears shorter, that means you're sinking into your waist. So make sure they're both equal. Put your hand in front of you and then take your legs and bring them to the front of your mat. From here, inhale to lift your top leg, This exercise is called side kick. Flex your foot. Again, this is a great exercise to do throughout your pregnancy. Pull the belly in. Inhale, kick forward twice. Inhale, inhale. Check your foot. Make sure it's not tipping towards the ground. Exhale. Exhale, exhale forward. Inhale, stretch it all the way back. Let's do that again. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen and open through the hip. So I'm exhaling to the front to remind you to pull your belly button in, and I'm inhaling to the back to get some length through that hip. As you bring your leg forward, be careful that you're not rounding your spine. As you bring your leg back, be careful not to arch your back. The movement happens only here at the hip joint, not so much at the back. Okay, 2 more. Inhale. 1 more. Inhale. Good. You can certainly switch the breath if you want to reverse it, but let's do the other side. Bend your knees, press yourself up, roll over to the other side. That exercise is great for your hips as well. So lying down nice and long, you're going to take your legs, bring them to the front of your mat. Make sure your feet are equal in length. Little mouse house underneath your waist for support. Hand comes to the front, leg comes up, flex the foot. Inhale, 1. I did it again, see? Exhale, 1, 2. Inhale, back. That's because I switched the breath on purpose. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Roll the top shoulder back. Exhale, exhale, inhale. 2 more. Inhale, 1 more time. Inhale. Bring your legs together. Bend your knees. Roll yourself up. And you're going to sit in this mermaid posture for a minute. I want you to take your arm overhead. So it would be the arm that's on the opposite side of the bent knee, and bend up and over to the side. And then bring yourself up. Switch the knees to the other side. Arm up, bend up and over. Now one other exercise I want you to do, or not exercise, but stretch. You're going to lie on your stomach, if you're still comfortable lying on your stomach. And I want you to slowly, gently lift your head and chest. And then if you want to, you can go a little further and bring your elbows out in front of you. From here, I want you to open your chest, pull your breastbone forward, and hold that upper back stretch. And then when you're ready to come out, lower your body, press back into a child's pose or shell stretch. And roll your way back up. Thank you so much for joining me on this core workout, and I'll see you again very soon.